What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Q. So I'm gonna show you how to get a load on DAT real quick. So you got your search, you got the post. You can post your truck in whatever city you in. You come here. Okay, I'm not subscribed to that part. You got your work list. This is the loads I was interested in. These are old C512. It's 621 a day. So anywho, let's go back to search. Origin. Let's do Atlanta. Um, Destination. Let's do Houston. So I put my weight normally around 35,000 pounds. We're gonna click on. Let's see. Let's see. You got these right here too. You got power only, reefer with teams, reefer with pallet jack exchange, tanker steel trucks. We got a whole bunch of them, but it's more broad right here. So I got van standard, reefers, dry boat, other equipment like power only, vans and specialized. Yeah, y'all know I do tanks, but I don't do tanks on here because I don't really think it's worth it because you had to get a rental trailer. You had to at least charge $5 a mile because you gotta backhaul and bring the trailer back to where you got it from. Start date, that's the day. It's 10:54 p.m. So we probably ain't gonna see much, but let's see. So as y'all see, these two loads right here got the same broker, and this one has a different brokerage. First he offered 1,800. Now he's up 1,950. So that load went up by $150. As you can see, you see these numbers right here in the parentheses? That's your deadhead. So that number right there means it's 61 miles from Atlanta, because you know that's your origin. This 27 miles from Houston, your destination. So what you would do is you would click on whichever load you're interested in, press that call button, or read the comments. One clean, no touch, need wood floors, or you can email them. You email them your MC number, and you give them your, what you try to negotiate, try to get some more, money out the load. That's your goal. Right here tells you your weight, your length needed, equipment type, van, pickup date 6/21 is the day. So this broker right here doesn't have a credit score, so they probably new. And look for your credit score, your days to pay. They don't have one yet. How many miles? So that's like $2 a mile. No, not 225 a mile, probably somewhere in there. And this your 90-day average. Don't really go off your 90-day average. Don't trust that. Just submit an offer of what you would do it for. 800 miles. That's gonna take you about a day and a half. So divide 1,800 divided by 2. That's $900 a day. You're gonna probably spend on 800 miles probably about $400 probably. So now you're down to 1,400. Divide that by 2. Now you're at $700 a day. You see how I just did that? So you want to at least try to net $1,000 a day. So I say it's gonna probably take you about 2 days. So try to at least do 2,400, and then you're gonna fill up $400 on fuel. 2,400. Now you're at 2,000. It's gonna take you two days to do that. So now you at $1,000 a day. You gotta think about it. You gotta pay yourself out of that money. You gotta buy fuel. You gotta, got your equipment maintenance in case your truck break down, and you got a business to run. You got taxes to pay. If the your tag, that's $1,600 a year. Your permit. So you got all that. You got to factor into that. Now that's at 35,000. So it's probably gonna be more loads popping up if I add more weight. Okay, now you see way more loads. Way more loads. Look how many loads I got. Okay, so this is 50 miles within Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia. 37 miles within Houston. 40,000 pounds. 880 miles. A broker doesn't have a rate on that. That's your average right there, 2,100, 22. But you can probably get more out of it if you can explain to them about the cost of fuel and stuff along your route. See, they have a credit score of 95. That's pretty good. Days to pay, 22 days. So that's how many days it's gonna take for them to pay them on average. If you don't want to factor anything, you just want to invoice them and just get a whole check with no factoring fees, no nothing, then you probably have to wait about 22 days. That's 3 weeks right now. You got to wait without no check. If you can make it, don't factor it. Just wait for them to pay you. If you can't, factor the load for a fee, and then go on about your day. This the MC number. This the contact info. The extension to call. Then they got factor and factor this load. That's your weight. There go your 90-day average. Once again, don't trust that. Try to get more. See, you got this one right here. And see, they got a credit score. Their credit score is 95. Days to pay, 17. 780 miles, $2,200. Drop at receiver. See, pay attention to that. Drop at receiver means you're going to have to leave that trailer there for like a day or two. Don't forget, if you got to drop your trailer at the receiver, how you going to make more money? You got another trailer somewhere else? Or you going to be cool with them leaving your trailer there? Ask them how long it's going to take. If it's going to take 3 to 4 business days, hey, you got to up that pay right there, man. You're losing money. How you going to get out of Houston? You going to sit there and wait for 2 or 3 days? You losing out on money. Your truck insurance due, your truck note due. All that piling up. On top of you sitting there idling, waiting for your trailer to get released. Let's see. Unless you stay in Houston. Now, if you stay in Houston, that's all a different ball game. Then you can just go home if you was trying to. Okay, see, this one got a 97 credit score, 20 days to pay. Need an air ride driver and wood floor. Stop and crack it. See? On the way. See, this has a second drop. So now you got to factor that in. You got 836 miles. That's from here to there. But now you got to stop somewhere else, so you need to put that in there. But don't just look at the miles. You got to think about the time it's going to take you, too. You don't know how long it's going to take for them to unload you. So that's probably like a 2.5 day load right there. But it's probably not going to take too long because you don't have a lot of weight. So it may not take too long, but you never know. So now you got to add more miles to that. But don't look at the miles. You got to look at the miles and the time it's going to take you to do. That right there, that's included into that. So you got to add this to that. But that's another extra couple of hours right there you losing. So you got to times that. At least try to charge 100 to 150 an hour. Let's see what else. Ooh, damn, that's a heavy one. Look at this one, 45,000 pounds, 800 miles. 1,700. Man, that is nothing. Look, and it's a van or reefer, so you good. So you look at that, van or reefer. So if you got a reefer trailer, you can pull that. It's beer, so you probably don't have to leave your reefer run. If you had to have your reefer run, you know they got to pay more than that. So 800 miles, that's not enough. Think about all that fuel you finna burn and where it tell that you about to put in your equipment for this heavy ass load. That's the max that your truck can really carry legally. Truck and trailer empty, add the weight, now you're down there like 79,000 pounds. That's a lot of weight. I don't like doing heavy loads. So, you know, don't for a second think the broker is trying to get over on you. You know, what happened is you got shippers. Shippers deal with brokers. Brokers deal with the carriers. So the broker is connected to multiple carriers. And what happened is the shipper tries to find, you know, the cheapest rate to ship out their product. Think about it. You own a company. You got a load from Atlanta to Houston. You got a customer in Atlanta that bought your product. You're trying to get it shipped out for the cheapest that you can to get your product to your customer. So you want to you're trying to save the most money that you can, right? You know, so a lot of carriers, a lot of shippers don't want to deal with brokers because you can come over here too and go to zones. So you got zones, you got PA. Sometimes I do it like this. This just depends on how I want to run. But a lot of shippers don't want to deal with carriers direct. They want to deal with brokers because brokers are connected to more carriers. So therefore, they can find the best rate possible to move their loads. Now, the closer the deadline is, you know, to get that shit moved and to get the load delivered, then, you know, the more they probably going to end up trying to, you know, go ahead and just say, you know what, oh, well, who can get it out first? The cheapest. He can get it out for that much. He $100 cheaper. Let's go with him. Or he might go with the other one because he like him. So that's why, again, as I was explaining earlier, how I was telling you guys, trucking companies or truckers should get a broker license, because when you go talk to a shipper direct and you say, hey, look, I want to move some of your loads for you. What do you have? And then the shipper be like, oh, I only deal with brokers. Well, guess what? Flip the card around. Oh, well, I have my broker's license too. So now you in an A and B type of situation. So now he goes like, well, damn, he got connections, he got trucker buddies, he's a broker, and he's a carrier. Let's deal with him. Versus you just going to present yourself as a carrier. They might not want to deal with carriers because they probably, want to find the cheapest load, and they might say, well, damn, what if you wail in Oklahoma City? How am I gonna get you to pick up this load if you wait in Oklahoma City? Well, boom, if you got your broker license, you can post that load on the load board and then get the load moved. And you still in Wayland, Oklahoma City. Guess what that is? Second source of income. See? So y'all gotta think about that, man. But she need to be on time for both appointments. 19 pound bottled water, hand soap, bottle hand soap. That's not bad. 500 miles, 2 bands. Oh, that's going to Florida. That's why. So normally you gotta pay attention to this too. If you go somewhere and it's paying real good to go in, 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be whack coming out. So you see, you're going to Jupiter, Florida, right? I'm gonna show y'all something. That load down there paying like $4 a mile. Now watch how much it is coming out, and we gotta up the weight on this because it's hard to find a load coming out of Florida. Watch. Let me see. That's not bad. See, that's a reefer load though. Let me see, can I find a, see, look. That's a reefer load, 12 bands, 12,000 pounds, 200 miles, $500. A reefer load, 3 pallets at 34 degrees, $500. 90-day average, 4 bands. See, that's reefer. That was reefer though. Look, 268 miles for $270. See, look at $1 a mile. Remember I told you? If you gotta pay attention to where you coming in at. Just don't look at the money. You gotta see what's coming out of there too. Cause if it's paying good to come in, it's gonna be whack coming out most likely. So you gotta think about that. You just gotta keep it in the average and run it in the triangle. Y'all be safe out there.